Every time we record a podcast, we have a technical issue.
We do.
And when we have a technical issue, I feel very embarrassed because we are in IT and programmers and engineers. And we're supposed to be very smart. So,
We are smart, but there is no sound for your stream, so it's going to be like shit. We have to yell for them to.
we don't have to yell. This
No?
is just a demo for them. If they don't like it,
Okay,
it doesn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah,
They're
fine.
used to that kind of shit.
It'll be a high quality video anyway.
But listen, no more personal talk.
Oh, you don't want to go back to
No.
the subject of-
We are not doing any
Alright.
personal talks anymore. No.
Alright.
No one can know about that shit.
Right.
On Instagram, no one knows about my personal life, so we're gonna keep it that way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no more talk of. we don't want to get brutalized and
I
killed.
wonder why.
Yeah.
Why no one knows.
Can we go to more serious topics now?
Yes, please. You were reading the Constitution of the
Oh, yeah,
US
yeah,
of
yeah.
A.
United States of America, the Constitution.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Amendment 1. Congress, this is important, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Well, that's gone to shit. Or abridging the freedom of speech. That's gone to shit. Or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble. I think that's
Oh.
also gone to shit. And to petition the government for a redress of grievances. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Amendment 2. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Okay, let's start here. Do you think people should have guns? Are they legal in France, by the way?
Not quite. Actually, it's easier in France than in Spain. You can have an AR-15 in France.
Are you serious?
You can.
Let's move there.
It's a lot of work.
Hmm.
You have to go through the police. There's a whole check made on you. Like the police has to
But
ask.
they allow you assault rifles.
Yeah, semi-automatic. Yeah.
But that's not allowed in most of Northern Europe. In Holland, you can have a
Mm.
handgun, but you have to keep the magazine and the gun in two different safes, which beats the fucking
same.
purpose.
It's the same in France. There's a whole lot of rules, a lot of
Fuck that.
things. But you can own up to 15. We call them Category B weapon, which is like long rifles, like AR, things like this.
Mm-hmm.
But in France, it's very easy just to get a caliber 12. You know, the hunting rifle, which is already enough.
Yeah.
You do a lot with this.
Have you done a lot of it?
No, I saw people do a lot
You've seen some weird fucking shit, bro. Let's be honest here.
in France. Not as much as you will.
But France is, outstanding. In terms of in Western Europe outside of Ukraine, it's the only place where they can grow wheat. Outstanding military. It's the only country which actually has a proper military in Europe outside of NATO-supported armies. The only problem is it has French people.
True.
If it did not have
True.
French people, you could move there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a thing.
No offense.
None taken.
No.
Because I have the same issue. I'm running into the same thing.
We should populate France with Latinas, South Asian people,
Not Latinas.
some.
Don't say Latinas plural.
Okay, fine. Latin American people or whatever,
Mm.
and some Canadian because they're nice,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're nice.
and some Japanese. I don't know. I'm being racist.
Because
probably.
they're clean, yes.
No soldier shall in time, Amendment 3, no soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in the time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed. I've never heard of this shit.
No. It must be specific to like a civil war. or something.
Amendment 3 is not very famous, is it? Okay, you know what? People talk a lot about Eisenhower's military-industrial complex speech. You've heard of it probably.
I did.
There's another speech. The other speech is by Robert F. Kennedy before they shot him in the fucking face. And that one is very weird. Do you know Skulls and Bones, for example?
I do.
Freemasonry, Skulls and Bones.
Bush was.
Oh, there are at least like 6 to 7 presidents which came from Skull and Bones. But he talks specifically about secret organizations.
Hmm.
within the country and how far their reach is within the governmental civic institutions. It is a very bizarre speech.
It is.
You have heard of this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Most people don't know about this speech for Ken.
He said something interesting right before he was shot in the face by a guy from very far away.
Oh, very, very far away. And it was one guy, of course.
One guy, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting thing about the one guy. So when Oswald shot him, Oswald gets shot by Jack Ruby. Jack Ruby has connections with the mafia, CIA, but he has another connection. The other connection, Jack Ruby is very coherent, sane guy. He gets visited in prison by this doctor. They're in there for 2 hours. He leaves, and when a normal doctor goes in, they basically declare Jack Ruby incoherent and has lost his senses. And he actually lost his senses. Now, the doctor is singularly famous because he was running a CIA program under the shelf of Chaos and MK Ultra in San Francisco Bay, where he was using psychedelic drugs to literally alter brains. The same clinics, and this doctor is the best friend with Charles Manson.
Right. Yeah,
who was American history in 60s is so fucking bizarre. Weird. It doesn't even make any sense.
I told you to be a CIA operative in the 60s. You must have been through.
Dude, you must have been a baller.
Yeah.
The big dick, like you're smuggling drugs from Nicaragua, Latin America. You're selling drugs, getting money, buying weapons from that money, creating revolutions. I mean, of course, but so creating revolutions in Chile, in wherever the fuck you want, basically. Banging them 2 at a time, then flying to Vietnam, getting cocaine from there, flying it. Can you imagine the lives these people had? Some of them were literally running their airplane fleet themselves, personally. Yeah. They had like 20 airplanes. And no oversight. No oversight. No one gives a shit. You're just...
Unlimited money.
You're just running the empire. When is Biden going? When is Trump coming?
In 3 days.
3 days Trump is coming?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Anyone of you who's a virgin, this is the time. Get it done. You know, in 3 days, we don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
You have 3 days.
You have 3 days not to be a virgin anymore.
If you have a bucket list for 25...
Go fuck something. Thank you.
Yeah.
Even if it's a goat. Well, not a goat, sorry. I cannot condone that. I think it's against Instagram policies. Yeah. No, you
in find a video game, a goat in a video game.
It should be consensual and legal. Please. Thank you. But do it fast.
Get married.
Sorry?
Get married if you have to do it.
In 3 days? No, don't get married in 3 days. It's so expensive, man. And what if the world doesn't end? Then you're fucked.
Fuck.
Shouldn't say this thing.
True.
Why don't you stop me when I say these things?
I just let it go. I mean,
because you want to watch the world burn.
Yeah,
that's why. I keep playing with my mic too much. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's like OCD. It's there. You have to play with it.
No, it's like there should be you know what it should be? There should be a small AI in the stand which should move when I move, trying to find the perfect spot and moving with me.
There should be an AI holding the light up.
There should be an AI doing our job. It would probably do it better.
Yeah.
You remember when Veronica was talking about the dustbin should have an AI so it can figure out which waste should go where?
Oh yes, no, yeah, that was
something like that.
Yeah, I said the trash should have an AI in.
Everything should have an AI, and the worst thing is that everyone's saying everything is AI pisses me off. They don't say machine learning. They don't say deep neural networks. They just call it AI.
Yeah, it's an umbrella term. It's like,
yeah, I don't like it. If it was an actual AI, we would be so fucked.
Cron job is an AI. Sorry, good developer joke.
It's a techie joke. Don't
joke.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Which reminds me, fuck the cron job. What was I gonna think? Artificial intelligence. Have you seen this TV series called Person of Interest?
No.
You should. Because it's a bit old, like maybe, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years ago or something. But maybe there is already an AI running everything and it's just smart enough not to show itself, slowly changing us.
Yeah, like in Foundation.
Yeah, feeding us pellets and plastics and changing us slowly into some alien beings.
Plastics,
you never know.
To make us happy. You will own nothing and be happy.
Oh, well, look, listen. We have already talked about American Constitution in the first podcast. Do you really want to do World Economical Forum as well? Do you really want these kind of enemies? You don't want these kind of enemies. I don't want them.
Problem is we are live on your Instagram, so we cannot
that is a
say
problem, right?
everything.
I'm not sure if that was a smart thing to do, actually.
Yeah, because we cannot even read the chat or whatever. Just
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
yeah.
They say things. It's okay.
Okay,
They're more intelligent than I am, so it doesn't matter. I can't understand half of the shit they're saying, anyways.
I hope so.
You hope I'm.
I'm trying to impress you. I think maybe.
Who?
Them.
No. What's the
Okay.
point of that?
It's a World Economic Forum.
Some people actually at least insult me on my live. That's like one or two people just come in and they're like, "Why do you read so many books?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you trying to prove, you asshole?"
Mm.
And then I'm like, I just have psychological issues I'm trying to resolve. But you know.
Compensation.
Have you ever read Asimov?
Foundation is my favorite sci-fi book.
You've actually read Foundation?
Yeah. The whole thing. I cannot stop. It just flows.
I
And-
can't tell if you're being serious.
No. I did.
But
I
the
read it
original
twice.
3 or the preludes and four?
Prelude all the way to the newest one, which
Okay. Yeah.
the last two.
Then why didn't you read the Robot and Empire series? They're the
I
basically
started Robot, but then I kind of dropped it a bit. I need to get back into it, but
the last one really ends up connecting
okay.
to the overall Foundation thing, because the first 2-3 books of Robot series are very standalone, but the characters they start building, the Robert R. Oliver robot, which is present in the last Foundation book, if you remember,
And
when they went on the moon.
yeah, we go on the moon.
There's this one robot which is running the whole. It's the Foundation series is one of the
Yeah.
Robot Empire Foundation. It's one of the most outstanding things I've ever read. I'm actually reading his autobiography. This is it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm reading his autobiography, and it's outstanding. One of my favorite lines is from this guy. He read, and it applies to America, it applies to Pakistan, it applies to a lot of countries. He said there's a celebration of ignorance.
Yeah.
And I love that line. It is so fucking
is.
accurate. There is a celebration of ignorance, and we actually look down upon anyone trying to read it.
Yeah, because Asimov say something about anti-intellectualism.
It's on the rise. It has been on the rise for a
prevalent
while now.
and people being proud of.
I mean,
of
okay,
this thing.
so do you know the guy, or Young Turks guy? forgot his name.
Hassan.
Oh, okay. So not far left, but at least left, right.
He's left caviar, like left socialist, caviar socialist.
Yeah, okay. So he's on the left. Let's just say, I don't know
Right.
where the far. And then you have someone like on the right hand side, Sam Harris or Ben Shapiro. Okay. This is what we are at now. Now, if you go back 40, 50 years, we have on the right Buckley, and on the left we had Gore Vidal,
And we had also
who were both, whether we agree with them or not, they were actual real intellectuals.
beasts, yeah.
They were beasts. They would eat me and shit me out 5 times.
Oh yeah. They just
I can't compete with them. I read Gore Vidal's books. I've read like 7 of his books or some shit. He's a fucking genius
and you
writer.
have also what's his name, Chomsky. Simple as me, but
But
in different-
Chomsky never. Okay, Chomsky has been there forever.
right.
But Chomsky
Yeah.
never got into that thing that I'm on the left or the right and I'm going to debate the other.
No, yeah.
He
okay.
always. This is what I like about him. He never. It's very. Look, when you're this famous, you know if I'm going to go do an interview at this spot, this is a controversial place. They're going to push me. I'm going to push them. This is going to be a propaganda piece, or it's going to be a fight.
Right.
Right? It's going to sell, but you know what you get. Chomsky usually never does that. I have very rarely seen him do that. He usually goes to a place where a reasonable person will ask reasonable questions, and he will give very undramatic answers. He doesn't like spice it up and makes it like loud and with.
Well, they didn't have to. If you watch, for example, it's on YouTube. You can watch Chomsky with Foucault. There's a argument. Why are you smiling?
I'm not smiling.
I can
Chomsky with Foucault. Oh, sorry. I am a child.
debating,
Yeah.
and you can see the difference if you compare to, let's say, Peterson, Zizek.
But yeah, but Zizek is fucking crazy. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's crazy, but you can get into the debates and you can get something out of it. But nowadays just like he's not.
But Zizek and Jordan Peterson are very. So it's. Okay, I think Zizek is very smart, but his communication pattern slows him down and dumbs him. Jordan Peterson is not that smart, but his communication pattern makes him sound a lot more intelligent than he actually is. He sits back down, but you have to look. I can't even do it. Like there's this guy on Instagram who does his impression.
There's a whole
because he says so many words without saying jack shit.
Nothing. Yeah.
He just fills the air with these words.
That's
in
the
his
thing
hand.
with right wingers overall. I notice it's the same thing in France. They know the codes. They dress a certain way. They say things. And they look intellectual. Like right wingers are very sensitive to the form of things. And we have our own kind of Ben Shapiro in France, a kind of a right wing guy, and he made a talk about Marxism.
Okay.
And within the first 5 minutes, he says something so wrong. But it's just
about the ideology, you mean?
First of all, he describes materialism, right? He explains what materialism is.
Okay.
And you know what it says? He says materialism philosophy is about people who want to possess material things. They want, and this is why leftists, they always want to take what you have. Because they want the money, and the bankers are actually materialist because they want. So they completely misunderstand materialism. This guy has hundreds of thousands of views, and everyone is like, "Oh yeah, teach me about Marxism."
That's not an indication of any. I mean, I have 20,000 followers,
right?
And I'm dumb as fuck.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but he's a leading figure in France on the internet for. So Peterson is kind of the same. It's like he knows the codes. He's a professor. Like he's actually on certain subject.
But he's changed a lot now. That's the other thing. When he started, he's a clinical psychologist. He was a lecturer in Canada in a university, if I remember correctly.
He was.
I liked him.
I can't do my hipster. I was watching him before he became famous.
Of course, so in 2017, I started looking into his lectures.
Kind of the same one.
In 18, I bought his book. The first famous book here is somewhere there in the philosophy section. 12 Rules of Life,
12
right?
Rules of Life, yeah.
Always pet a cat. These kind of the 12 rules here.
Don't let your kid do something that makes you dislike them.
Yeah.
Which is terrible advice.
And he talks a lot about serotonin levels and that kind of shit, like lobsters and all that hierarchy stuff. Yeah. So some of it it made sense. At the very least, everything he said, even if I disagreed with it, was intelligent at the very least. So read his book. I liked him. Then he took a stand on the political issues of transgenders. And his point was a very valid one that, okay, there should be acceptance for everyone, but don't, by law, force me to use pronouns.
He was against compelled speech.
Compel speech, okay.
Which was a law.
Socially, you can compel each other. Like someone comes to me and says, this is what you should talk. Like, I'm a nice person, so this is what I'll do for them. But government should not get involved in that. So he had a very good point. I really like, but then he went on the carnivore diet. He starts wearing all these sharp suits. He starts making all the money. He's on Lex Friedman. He's on Joe Rogan. And now the dude literally has a line of suits.
Yeah, he does.
He goes to comedy shows now.
True.
He goes to comedy shows. A lot of them. With stand-up comedians. Sits down while they make fun of disabled people and all that kind of, that level of comedy. Tony Hinchcliffe, like what Joe kind of likes, right?
Okay,
that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're better than me. And he goes there and he just sits there and he just talks about his suit and he's selling shit.
Right.
And the dude is making maybe like $500,000 or more a month. Overall, books, royalties, appearances, whatever. So now he is a pure businessman. He's not that professor who was taking an ideological stand. And his study on fascism and communism specifically was actually extensive on social issues apart from clinical psychology, and he gave a lot of very good lectures on the nature of that. He reminded me of Hannah Arendt, who wrote The Banality of Evil and the Human Condition, and etc. So very intelligent guy, but now it's just like, oh, you want to make money, which is fine.
Right.
Which is fine.
I mean, at this point, if you follow Peterson, if he's your only intellectual that you follow, I don't think I don't know what I can do for you. I mean, it's just,
You're dumb.
he's really is the
Israel attacked Gaza. This dude goes on Twitter, says, "Give them hell." I'm like, dude,
oh yeah.
are you a fucking I
Yeah.
can't say retard on Instagram. Can
No,
I? No, it's a bad word.
not yet. In 3
it?
days, you will be able to say anything you want.
No, did you know Mark Zuckerberg
Mark
went
Zuckerberg,
Elon
yeah.
Musk so hard?
Yeah, I mean,
They're calling it the Mark Zuckerberg version 3. With the bigger
Yeah,
hair and
yeah,
jiu-jitsu,
like,
he's becoming
yeah,
a
he
bro.
just-
He's becoming a
yeah.
bro now.
it's been a thing for a while, but now he's really into
I think he
Into it.
took his cue from Elon Musk. He's like, look, this shit works.
right.
I need to do this. He went on Joe Rogan. Have you seen it?
Yeah, he started lifting.
Oh, yeah. Not just lifting. He's like,
BGG.
I'm into free speech. And then he blames the government for COVID and Facebook information
Yeah.
that they forced us to give a lot of pro-vaccine information.
Right.
There
yeah.
was a lot of anti-vaccine information. It's not my fault that
Mm.
we misled the people. It was the government's fault.
Mm.
And they forced us, and now I'm of the opinion that free speech everywhere and people should just post.
But what do you think? Because there's a lot of I read this this is the opinion of French people. I mean the French intelligence or whatever you want to call it. But he's doing this because now Trump is in
Favors. Yeah, I get
in
it.
favors. Like he has this
Yeah, yeah,
lawsuit coming.
Yeah, the
But I think-
monopoly thing. Yeah.
But I think there's a real tide turning in tech in the US.
Mhm.
Like, I read this today. I think the FBI, they removed the diversity and inclusion department. It happened today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I know.
And all the agencies, all of big tech is removing all of these diversity,
Transgenderism,
inclusion, transgender,
rainbow
but not even
inclusion.
just this, just even also,
Yeah.
racism, equality, women, like they're removing the whole thing.
Exactly. But that's the thing. When these kind of things happen, even the reasonable things get the
Yeah.
fuck out of it.
They're throwing the baby out with the water. I mean,
So
which
it's not
is-
just the extreme left which is taking the hit.
mm,
It's even the normal left, the good liberalism,
Right.
which should exist.
right.
Like you should protect each other's
Mm.
rights. You should protect female
And
rights.
there's real bias
Yeah.
in tech.
But that's the thing. Pendulum swings either too far to the left
Mm,
or it swings either too far to the right.
right.
It doesn't stay here where most people actually want to live.
Mm,
It goes all the way there or it goes... Because if it goes all the way there, everyone gets worried. They're like, bring it
Mm.
back.
mm,
When they bring it back, it goes all the way there.
mm.
Then like, oh, that's too fucking nuts. We can't
Right.
be doing that. Defund the police and all the shit that is
Mm.
happening. And now, for example, in LA, if it's under $500, no one even reports to the police anymore. People can steal shit from your shops in the
okay.
daylight. They just walk away with shit and all that. It's been happening for
Mm,
And the homeless problem, if you've ever seen images
It's
in San
huge.
Francisco and LA, it's like,
it's huge.
it's massive.
Mm,
If this was Muslims in this kind of a camp in Europe,
mm.
I mean, you know,
Fentanyl.
yeah, exactly. It would be
Yeah.
that kind of a shit that they would say all sorts of shit. But yeah, I don't know where the fuck to go, to be honest with you. 10 years ago, I used to tell people the right is going to rise in Europe.
Mm.
Now they have risen. They are everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, here.
Spain has Vox, Portugal, I don't know, Le Pen in France, Germany,
Mm.
Merkel is gone, Germany, right wing is on the rise, Poland is done, Hungary is done. Eastern Europe mostly is done. Scandinavia was mostly right anyways. Netherlands, Wilders won the election.
Mm.
Belgium, I don't know. So UK is always just like Europe is fucked. Don't come to Europe, please. Don't do any migrations here. Go somewhere else. Don't go to Canada either. It's also fucked. Maybe America and go find like 5 acres in Colorado. By the way, that's what we should do. Colorado or something like that. Like buy a shitload of land,
Mm.
put in the fence, get some guns, goats, sheep, chicken,
Solar panels.
solar panels, of course. You know,
Mm.
the whole
Starlink.
conspiracy theory tin hat thing. That's what we
Right.
should do.
Right. Sounds reasonable.
Let's become Mormons. Polygamy is allowed.
Yeah, actually, okay. From polygamy, okay.
Mormons. Okay. Mormons have 4-wife limit or like what is?
I don't know. I need to check the flyer, but
Did you get a
flyer?
Okay. Why are
It's
Mormons not
funny.
present in Europe? By the way.
They cannot fly, I guess. Cannot take the plane. No, but I mean, right? I mean, they cannot even use a phone. Like, what's?
No,
I think you need to book like just to
that's
book a
not
flight.
Mormons.
Oh, that's not Mormons.
What are
that's,
those the guys with the beard but no mustache? What the fuck are they called? Oh, my God.
Chechen?
No, the Americans when you fuck. No, the farmers in America.
No,
oh my
another
God.
Mormons. Help us. Instagram, tell us.
I can't even read from here, and
No,
I
I
don't think
cannot.
I'm not even sure if anyone can
I
actually
think
hear the
anyone.
kind of shit.
No, I don't
No,
think.
no, I
I
don't
think
think
they
so.
left. Okay, that's good.
Oh,
There's the Mormons. Okay, the Book of Mormon.
Let's become Mormons, right?
And then when we find out what this other group of people is, we join them. Just
Yeah, why not?
yeah.
Anything that helps. Shitload
Anyway-
of chicken, wives,
Yeah,
kids, and then a lot of guns.
Yeah, guns.
And you know why do you need more kids? So you can give them the guns.
Yeah. More.
I mean,
more
who's gonna?
people, yeah.
I can't hold too many guns.
Yeah, you have 50 acres. You need to.
We can program drones with guns.
True. It's a thing in Ukraine now.
Yeah, automated. They charge in the slot, then they go fly. They have like 2 Berettas underneath them.
Yeah. Two
Automated
guns.
Berettas.
Yeah.
But
Or
then we need to
shotgun
figure
even.
out if they will actually shoot. There will be a shock, and the trajectory will fail for the drone.
But it worked. I saw videos.
Yeah, we need to figure something out.
They are perfecting the drone game in Ukraine. Now they have fiber optic drones, which is amazing.
What does that mean?
Because you know the traditional, how do you call them, drones with
Yeah.
like radio signal.
Yeah.
They have very short, like if they can be jammed.
Yeah, it can be. Mine got
And
jammed in
It
Mexico.
can be jammed, and you have low quality video because it's so far away. And
Yeah.
but now they invented these drones, which have a fiber optic cable,
Mm-hmm.
and it just goes and goes and goes.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you cannot jam it because it's fiber optic, it's cable that goes kilometers, and you have high quality video, and you
So
have
the
real
drone
time
is flying with a cable?
with a cable that just goes, it like just rolls away.
How big is this drone?
It's not so big actually. The fiber optic is it's just a small container. It's just the same as other.
So it's like a
drones.
coil or something. Because fiber
Yeah,
optic
it's
cable
a
is like
coil.
this thick. So
No,
they have
no,
removed
no.
the jacket.
No, very like just the really like the
okay, so they
thing.
removed all the
Yeah,
lead.
yeah. It's
Okay,
just
okay,
fiber
okay.
optic is just literally the fiber optic,
Okay, I get it.
and it works very well. It just
The world is getting fucking crazy, Matthew.
yeah. Russia, they have these two now.
I honestly don't know where to move. I moved from Holland to Spain. Europe is fucked. America is crazy. Because at some point, someone is going to drop a nuke on America's head, and I don't want to be near it. They're just going to do it. 7,500 nuclear warheads in Russia, 7,500 in America. There are 44 interceptor missiles in America and only 50% success rate. So, yes. Around 3,000 sites of ICBM in America and Russia, and both countries know exactly where they're located. They have actually agents in the villages living near the silos just to be able to confirm the launches. So as soon as you launch, first strike will be to the ICBM locations. They both know each other's locations.
Right.
But then you have these systems with massive trucks which move around like North Korea does, so no one knows where the missiles are. But the worst is the submarines.
And submarines and the planes.
Planes are also a bit predictable, right? So you can try to do the fucking submarine. No one knows where they are.
Yeah, submarines, you have no idea.
No one knows where they are.
Mm.
The Ford, no, not the Ford class. That's aircraft carrier. I forgot the exact name of the submarine. The class. These things, Russia and America both have them. You know how long they are? 3 football fields back to back.
Gigantic.
And they have around 70 to 80 nuclear weapons, megatons each. Megaton. Like Hiroshima was a small, like
Okay.
10, 12 kiloton. These things are like hundreds of megatons each.
Right.
That thing could be parked 80 to 100 kilometers outside of Florida, and Americans wouldn't know. So even if you have interceptor missiles, which are only 44 with 50%, the problem with these ones are they are built for ICBMs because they are going to go into stratosphere, 20, 25 Mach, and then drop you, right? It takes 25 to 28 minutes. There is no interceptor missile system against submarine because they're short range. There is no warning. If they launch, you are hit within 30 to 40 seconds.
It's gone.
There is a system in America called Kayak or Kayak, something like that. The problem with that is it's a mobile system. So when you launch, it accidentally needs to be in the right area.
It's not happening. I mean, just
And America has one of the biggest coastline of any country in the world. Eastern and Western seaboard combined.
right.
So Central America is fucked, North America is fucked, Europe is fucked, of course. Middle East has its own problems. Africa has been raped and pillaged for 300 years. Can't go there. Unless you're French, of course. Because, you have 15 countries to go to, apparently. Australia has too many lizards and spiders. Japanese don't like anyone and they're freaky.
Kangaroos, yeah. In Japanese, we have North Korea.
Yeah, of course.
deal with
China. Okay, so that's a whole other.
China and whole thing.
Philippines, South Korea, North Korea, China, Taiwan,
Taiwan.
that whole fucking shebang.
So where are we going?
India, Pakistan, Bangladesh combined have 2 billion people. They all hate the shit out of each other, and 2 of them have hundreds of nuclear missiles. India, Pakistan share around 1500 kilometer border, and apparently they think it's a good idea to have nuclear weapons, although they share air, soil, and water. But somehow the population is convinced it's such a good thing we have nuclear weapons.
The Holy Trinity.
Because if they bomb India, you know all the water that is coming into 200 million people living in Punjab is coming from India.
Okay. Fine.
So that area is fucked, and there's no water, so they're gonna go to war soon.
So where are we going?
I don't know, Matthew.
The moon.
Latin
Mars.
America, South America,
Yeah. Argentina.
Chile, Peru, Argentina.
Cordoba is beautiful.
I'm pretty sure it is. North Africa. Small, slim chance they might survive.
I don't know, yeah.
Morocco, Algeria, Tunis, Libya. Egypt, no. They're too close to the Israelis. Can we talk about Israel on Instagram? I'm not sure.
No, we cannot. I mean, we are busy right now. Bibi got slapped
Slapped?
by Donald.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
But Donald has a big dick. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
long reach.
I mean, have you seen Donald Trump's tie? The length of that tie?
Yeah.
That's not a normal
No,
tie.
it's not.
Anyone
big
who
boy.
actually wears a tie would know that is an impossible. You cannot find
You
that.
You
kind
have
of a tie.
to ask specifically for his.
Yeah, and it's so broad from underneath. That's an old
It's
school
tailored,
tie.
mate. I think it's tailored.
Has to be.
Has to be.
That's a long ass fucking tie. And by the way, have you ever seen Trump? Is a big dude. He's more than 6 foot.
He's gigantic. He's I think taller than me. He's 6'3", 6'5". I don't know.
He's taller. I'm 6'2", so he's at least 6'3", 6'4".
He's big guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's a big
Almost.
dude.
And his son is gigantic.
The younger one.
Yeah.
His younger son looks like those elite American college kids who end up abusing someone. You know the typical case?
Okay, no,
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Oh, you're playing it safe on Instagram. You're playing it safe on Instagram.
yeah.
He looks like he's gonna be an asshole.
Mm.
I mean, he's a kid, I know, but he looks like he's gonna be an asshole. His wife is done with him. Who do you think raises a kid? Nannies?
I think so, yeah. Just,
It must be nannies.
Exxon family.
What
These
family?
are big families, I guess.
But I don't think they actually do anything. I'm not sure. I mean, who the fuck raised Donald Trump? Oh, I was watching this very weird video of Donald Trump's connection with Nazi Germany.
I don't know.
From
about
his
that.
brother and father.
Okay.
So they were financially involved with Nazi Germany. And then his Minister of Interior, I forgot his name, has a tattoo of a specific cross on his chest. And that cross specifically is for a specific branch of Roman Catholic Church which is opened in Germany to support Nazi Germany.
Oh,
That's a very, very, very specific cross.
okay.
And he's a Minister of Interior in the United States of America appointed by Donald Trump. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy theories. I mean, I can go on and on. They're so
Yeah,
delicious, but
Where do we live now?
South America,
South America?
we're going
But not anywhere in South America because the
southern part.
Yeah, because the whole northern part is fucked.
Why do you think I'm reading this book?
Because you read too many books. Ah,
How dare you say too many books? Patagonia.
Patagonia.
That's where we're going, bro.
Mountains, lakes, nature. Very nice.
Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid was there. Have you seen the movie?
Which one?
Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid?
No.
Paul Newman, Robert Redford. Outstanding stuff.
The only movie I watched about this region is the one with the plane crash.
No, that's very famous.
But no, I don't know. Patagonia.
Let's go to Patagonia.
I wish.
Not difficult to do.
Not so difficult.
We can do it. We just need to learn more Spanish.
Pero español.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poquito.
Poquito.
Poquito. Buenos noches. Hola.
Noches. Hola.
Yeah, I know some Spanish.
Okay. Let's cut.
Let's stop there.
If you want, I can disconnect your internet very...
Are you trying to save me from myself?
No. I'm already busy saving myself from myself. I'm not with you. I'm just giving up. There's nothing can do.
No, with me,
No way.
that is right. No one can save me. I'm completely screwed. That is a fair assumption. But we could run, like, we could take tickets, not tell anyone, go to South America, and just start cutting wood.
Would be the dream.
That would be the dream. No drama.
I think that's how. I mean, the drama in South America is very difficult because now 50% of the population lives on drama. I know
We
about
need to
it.
be far away. We need to go far away
Hmm.
from certain people.
We do.
By certain people, I obviously mean fascist dictators, and
Right.
that's what I meant by that. And we need to go and live in South America. That's what we need to do.
And French people. They have good meat in Argentina.
What do you mean?
No, I mean the meat, the actual meat that you eat,
okay.
right? Yes. I follow this guy. He's investing, very interesting guy, investing in minerals. Like or like gold and this sort of stuff. He lives in Buenos Aires. Very interesting guy from Australia.
He's an Australian living in South America.
Yes. And he has a lot of things to say. He has a blog. He's on Twitter. He's a very nice guy.
That's one place I really don't want to move to, though, Australia.
Oh, Australia, I know.
Have you ever seen?
Leave
Have you
Australia.
Have you ever seen a video of something called a spider swarm?
I don't want to know.
There are
Yeah.
flashlights open,
Mm.
and there might be 20, 30 million spiders. It's
Mm.
like a carpet moving to you.
Yeah.
And they just run.
Mm.
And there's not like fucking normal spider. They just run and they
Mm.
eat and destroy everything.
Mm.
If I saw that thing coming to me,
Mm.
I would have to kill myself before they
Right.
reach me.
Right.
I can't.
It's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
It is.
And they're giant spiders.
Yes.
And they're giant
And you
lizards.
also have these flying spiders. It rains spiders because they are so light and they travel by, they make a web. And the web is like with the wind, the webs just take them away. And so they rain from the sky. You have spider rain in Australia. It's a thing.
What the fuck, man?
This is how they go on long distances.
I did not need to know that today.
Yeah.
It rains
I'm
spiders.
It rains spiders, yes.
Okay, we are not going to Australia.
Not Australia.
Not Australia.
Sorry, Australia's out. New Zealand.
I think we should just tomorrow book a flight and go to Peru
Peru.
and just pack all this equipment.
Hmm.
I will donate all my books. Probably
You-
someone from my channel will take them.
You know what we could get in Peru? An intern. For the setup.
Does anyone want to intern? But the problem is they're all in India and Pakistan. I
Hmm.
think otherwise we could have gotten someone.
We have a lot of Indian and Pakistani
I don't think
here.
people,
Yes.
Indian Pakistanis who are here follow me because mostly it's first
Mm.
generation blue collar workers, Uber Eats and shops and taxis. They
Yeah.
don't follow me.
I was speaking with a taxi guy the other day. He has a magnificent beard from India.
Okay. Sick?
20 years. I think he was, yes.
There was a turban?
Yes.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah. Super nice guy. 20
Mhm.
years in Barcelona. He loves it.
Do you remember the guy we went to the taxi with
Of course.
who was like 54?
Yeah.
Kids are already married. Wife has gone back to Pakistan. The dude was living his life.
If he's done.
Chilling.
He's 54.
He's already done with wife. He's already done with kids. He's 52. All he needs to do is like go to gym, get some creatine, get some protein shakes, get some
Mm.
wax,
I don't know if
get
he's
a
into this,
facelift,
but
get a...
yeah.
But I think, he could be a player. You know,
Cool.
that's the other thing. Being a player is such an overrated thing because eventually it is just exhausting.
Oh, you know something about it?
Of course not.
Mm.
I'm just, I read a lot of books.
Right about, yeah.
No,
I have a friend-
I read a lot of books. That's how I
Yes.
know things.
Right.
I haven't done anything inappropriate in my life, apart from this podcast. Oh my God, 3 days to Trump. Maybe we're exaggerating. Nothing will happen.
And he already solved.
Oh,
solved
yeah.
Gaza and
Oh yeah, Gaza is solved.
Have
You
you
know
seen-
why it's
have
solved?
you
Because
seen-
there's no one alive there anymore.
yeah, true. But have you seen the video of Biden announcing the agreement, the peace agreement? You have to
Peace
watch it. It's beautiful because he's about to leave with Kamala Harris and this other guy I don't know the name of. They are leaving. They turn around.
You mean Kamala Harris is the guy?
No, Kamala Harris and the guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I will not assume anything.
Okay.
So they are about to leave a turn around, and there's a journalist. She asks, "Would you take credit for this, or would you say it's Trump's doing?"
What did he say?
And they slowly turn all the way. The three of them, they slowly turn back, like in the TV show. And Biden says, "Is that a joke?" And then he leaves.
I'm just surprised he's still able to speak. I mean, I don't know what kind of drugs they have given him that he's
A
actually
lot.
still
A cocktail.
operational. I'm telling you, there are so many videos of him. That guy. Okay, so if you look at Russian and American presidents, used to be Boris Yeltsin wins. He just wins. He's drunk all the time. He's fought. Then Bush Jr. Then it was like Bush Jr. wins. He was dumb. He said a lot of very weird shit. But then he would say to him like, hey. Like, it was funny in an endearing way. It's like a baby chicken.
Right.
You know, you don't want to eat it yet. You know. And then Obama was he knew what he was doing. Nothing to make fun of there. But Biden, I think Biden might be better than Boris Yeltsin. Honestly. And this is the weird thing. If you start going back, you will not find these characters. The Russian premiers, USSR premiers are very serious. And then you go to American presidents, Reagan, Carter, Ford, Kennedy, Nixon, Eisenhower, Truman, Roosevelt. You're not going to find these kind of characters. But now it's like, I'm telling you, in 20 years, American president will be The Rock, Kevin Hart, or Oprah. Musk. Dude. You know, people say all sorts of worse shit about Elon Musk. As they should. But I like this dude for one reason only. Because I agree with one thing he says. Everything else, he's an asshole. And you have read Asimov. I think humanity is fundamentally flawed. That cliche Matrix quote is right. I have read as much as I can the history that is available to us of the last 12,000 years, since Younger Dryas period. Maybe we had a history before, but that's forgotten. From Sumerians to Assyrians to Nineveh to Romans to whatever the fuck. There is zero evidence that we are improving. Zero. All the technology, all the books, intellectualism, philosophy, religions, all of them combined, I don't care, Buddha, whatever you want to say. There is zero evidence that we are improving. We are not.
We're doomed.
I don't really post a lot about that, but what they did to Gaza, everyone watched. Everyone watched. Children burnt alive. Then a nation goes against every treaty, international law for the greater Israel, into Lebanon, into Syria, attacks in Iraq, attacks in Iran, attacks in Yemen. Jordan is spared for now. They're going everywhere. No one lifts a finger. That's international law is gone, decency is gone. Okay, that's a primary example of it. It's like not the only one. There are 20 other things happening in the world. People don't look at the Congo, what's happening there for the last, you know. But the point is, there's zero evidence of us getting better. And whatever you say, Elon Musk says one thing which Asimov used to say. The only future humanity is either we're gonna probably not for the first time, by the way, because what the brain you have has existed for almost 500,000 years now. So I don't buy for a second that this is the first civilization we've had. 12,000 years. I think catastrophic events happen, asteroids hit. We might have had other civilizations before this. Elon Musk is right, like Asimov, when they say the only future we have is being a multi-planetary civilization. And that means we have problems on one planet, and now we can go make problems on asteroids, on moons, and keep expanding and expanding. Because the only thing we have successfully ever done is expand and multiply and consume and fuck shit up. And that's what Elon Musk to me is. He's a megalomaniac. He's an insanely narcissistic person. But maybe he can get this thing done. This specific thing, I don't think bureaucracy or democracy can get that done.
No way. You need
this too complicated. Those institutions are too complicated right now. he might be the only one. If you give him complete fascist dictator powers and shit, he might be able to pull it off. Unless we all kill ourselves beforehand, of course.
Right.
But then the question is, should we even have a future? I don't know. I'm not even interested. I just want to move to South America.
I get it.
They have good avocados there, I've been told.
I don't like avocado. But
do you like it?
No. I don't digest it. But the meat
I
is
can't
good.
digest it either, but apparently they're very good there.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay, jackfruit. I'm interested. Jackfruit, I'm interested. Meat, good barbecues. I'm interested.
Plantain is good too. I like plantain.
What?
Plantain.
What the fuck is
It's sort of a banana, but
banana?
it can be like salty. Yeah. It's very good.
Okay, I'll take your word.
You have
for
to cook it. It's very good.
Okay.
They do it in Africa too. Plantain.
Yeah.
For Africa, yes.
There's a lot of coconut curries and all sorts of things happening there. But I think we should just go there. And it's not like we're going to live for very long. I'm at least at half point. I'm 38. You're not at half point.
Almost.
And you're white, so, you might live longer than me.
Maybe.
So... But I mean, even in my lifetime, if it becomes a multi-planetary society, I'm getting tired. I might not go up anyways. I'll be like, why don't you guys go? You figure shit out.
Maybe we need aliens to come.
Oh my god. Aliens.
How would that go? Just.
I need to read Zechariah Stitchin again. Have you ever read Zechariah Stitchin, the 12 Planet series?
No.
He's the first one who translated the Sumerian texts, which speak of earlier civilizations going back 50 to 60,000 years. So they talk heavily about things, Anunnakis, which can be aliens, which basically made us for slavery. Maybe that's why we are so configured to always build new things, invent new things, because here's a theory. Aliens create specific kind of species by genetic splicing, Homo sapiens. They make them in two pairs. One of them reproduces. The other one is genetically configured to always try to protect and serve and reproduce with this person and spread the seed. Because that is our complete genetic inclination. But the male is also, and now females as well, they also have this unrestful nature. For some reason, everything needs to become faster and faster, smaller and smaller. They need to do invention and more work. Although their lives don't get better. So after 300 years, what we are trying to do is let's go back to a farm and raise animals. So something is wrong. We are not doing things which are good for us as a species at all, but we have this weird inclination to keep going and going and going and going. So maybe what they do is they go to all these planets, they just put some protein shit in the water, they move on, they have a timer, okay, we will come and check in 15,000 years or some shit. And what the species is configured is eventually they will just end up making specific kind of technologies, maybe AIs, maybe something else, maybe different nature of things, and that's what they come and harvest and collect, cleanse the planet, plant the seed again. Maybe we are a crop, and we are blooming.
Intellectual.
And we are blooming. We're gonna bloom sometime.
Oh, nice.
That would be nice.
Right.
That's one theory about aliens.
So you mean that ChatGPT 7, we're going to come and say, okay, that's enough. We got
Could be.
Right.
Or could be this is like a POC. Proof of concept is also another IT term. Maybe this is a POC. Okay, let's drop them here. They're going to make an AI, but we need the right kind of AI. So they make shit AIs. This is the 7th time they're making an AI. So they're just waiting for the right kind of AI that we will get it right. And they don't have to work.
Or maybe we are the AI. Wow. Maybe we just one prompt. Like the whole of humanity is just one prompt. One guy's prompt. But it's generating. And he's waiting. And in a few years, they're going to say, what is this shit? Like, it's just... This is hallucinating, this prompt.
Dude,
imagine. Maybe we're just a gigantic prompt.
I don't know. Have you seen Man in Black 1, the movie?
Yes.
Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones.
First one, yeah. They have a locker thing at the end.
Locker?
I thought we were going to talk about the at the end there's a scene with the two guys. And there's a locker opening and you find out that...
No. So that's 2, I think. Man in Black 1 has this thing. The whole story revolves around there's a universe hidden on Earth. And the universe was very small in a dog's chain. So eventually when they get the universe, what they're showing is this there is an alien species which is just playing with universes like they're pebbles.
Yeah, it's messed up. Yeah.
Do you remember that shit?
Yeah, yeah. And then
And the universe has galaxies and stuff,
Yeah.
and then there's just some kids playing with the
yeah,
pebbles.
it's Babel, yeah.
So
Yeah, at the end, true.
maybe it's something like that.
Mm.
We think we are too self-important.
Right.
But you know what? After all the reading and all the brain farts that I've done, I have reached the same conclusion as that guy does in Matrix 1 when he's eating a fake steak
Mm.
with the agent.
Mm. Safer.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah. Just give me my.
Just give me my
Just
steak.
give me my steak.
Let me go to South
Erase
America.
my.
Let's become Mormons and have wives
Right.
and kids, and let me just raise my goat
Yeah.
and chicken. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to figure out what this shit is actually.
Right.
I don't know. Because, you know,
Right.
but if Bertrand Russell can't figure it out, Newton can't figure it out, Buckley, Vidal, they can't figure it
all
out.
them biggest
You know, Hawking's.
geniuses.
Am I going to become more intelligent in physics than Hawking's? Fair chance.
Mm.
In psychology, am I going to surpass someone?
Mm.
There's no field where I think I will be able to surpass the good one.
There's nothing.
They didn't figure this shit out.
No.
Einstein didn't figure it out.
No.
Oppenheimer just became fucking nuts and invented a
Mm.
nuclear weapon. So, you know what? I just want to chill, relax, eat good food, and do nothing. I don't want to make money. I want to be a shepherd or a farmer, do physical labor, but be dumb and smoke weed in the evening and go to
Right.
sleep.
Right. Wisdom.
I don't know if it's wisdom or laziness, but that's what I want to do. Because if you're just making money, we're selling shit, we're making money. We're selling shit, we're making money. I'm like a fucking salesman. All people do is make money. And then they find value by ambition and all this shit. Oh, I'm successful. Why? I'm a boss woman. I'm a boss man. I see the whole shit on Instagram the whole day long.
I will
I'm
be
a
the
boss
richest
lady.
one in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
in the coffee, and I will.
Oh
be
yeah,
richest.
I'm a boss lady. I can do both.
Yeah.
I can do this. I can do that. And a
Yeah.
boss man as well.
I'm a New York Times bestseller.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever,
yeah.
and
You know
oh,
those
shit.
things where Lamborghini is going, then the motorcycle is going,
Yeah.
then the jet ski is going.
Hmm.
I'm a man. And the females are also like, I have to be the prettiest. I also have to be the richest. I need to have the perfect man who needs to do exactly and worship my feet.
What's his name? Bill Bilzerian, the guy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, Bill Bilzerian, the
I
guy
was-
who played a lot of poker,
I was
ex-Phil
watching
Navy SEAL.
Yeah, apparently he's a super nice guy.
Yeah, and very big right winger these days as well. He's appearing on some podcasts and shit, I think.
Yeah. And I was watching his stuff, and I thought, there's nothing I envy about this guy. There's nothing I want from.
What if he has a very big?
I don't want this. I don't want anything.
Matthew, that's a lie.
It's not practical.
Don't lie to me. Okay, that's true.
But
Okay, but not that. But
no,
not that big. But you know, somewhat big would be.
You know, you read Dostoevsky, right? You read-
Dostoevsky wrote about big dicks.
No. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I've
all
never
of
read
it.
him writing about big dicks. But
Not from the underground.
yeah,
There's a-
I've read
there's
that.
a-
Yeah.
There's a something about how the biggest sin of humanity is ungratefulness. Something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, really resonated with me. I was reading this during COVID, during lockdowns, and you know, everyone was finally figuring out, oh, I wish I had my freedom. You know, life was so good.
Yeah.
I could go out, now I cannot go out and everything. And I was reading Dostoevsky and I was thinking, wow, we are so dumb. We really don't know how good we have it.
No, we don't.
If
Constantly.
you read, I told you recently I read about Barbarossa Operation. And I was thinking, wow.
Operation Barbarossa.
Yeah, Barbarossa.
Which remind me the one where the Hitler is invading Britain, right?
No, invading Soviet Union, like going to
Oh,
east.
sorry. There was another one which, okay, doesn't matter. Barbarossa is the Soviet Union.
Barbarossa,
invasion,
yeah. And I thought, wow, I can imagine being in that. Being in Leningrad. 1.5 million dead in, 3 years?
The biggest battles in human history were on the Eastern Front of Second World War.
Barely any movie.
When the Russians started invading back, Battle of Kursk and other operations, those battles are so massive. You have like 2 to 3 million Germans going up against 5 to 6 million Soviet Union soldiers. That level of battle is just insane. And Soviets just keep coming. They keep dying, they keep coming. They keep dying, they keep coming. And they don't fucking stop. And then they reach Berlin. You know, even if the Germans lost at Battle of Kursk, they destroyed 2 times more tanks than even then. Wouldn't fucking stop.
You know, there's a recording of Hitler. I don't know if you watch it. It's one of the rare audio recordings they have
You know, the
of
weird
Hitler.
thing is, I haven't actually really watched a lot of his audios. I know it's a big thing right now on Instagram.
Like, you know, but I mean, this one is kind of a private one, and he talks about the tanks they are destroying, and he says, he's in disbelief. He says, how the hell how do they have so many tanks? I don't get it. Where is that coming from? Because they had no idea that Soviet Union had moved most of the production to the east, and they had the steel from England, I believe, and they built so many tanks so fast. And he has the numbers every day, as the report, and he says, "What do you mean you destroyed 800 tanks in one day? What do you mean?" And I think that's the point he understood, that he was fucked.
So for some context, I mean, so Soviet Union and Germany had a pact that they would be peaceful. So they attacked Poland from left and right, pillaged the shit out of it. And Stalin purged a lot of his high command and generals, and they thought they will not be attacked. And then, of course, which is by the way very dumb. I never understood it, because Hitler in Mein Kampf clearly says, I'm going to have to attack Russia. That's a part I never understood. How the fuck can someone be so dumb in terms of Stalin was? And then the attack happens. It takes some time for Stalin to figure it out what's happening. He was shocked.
To accept. Yes.
To accept. And the victories on the western borders of Russia, Soviet Union at the time, were rapid. They attacked initially with like 1.2, 1.4 million soldiers, and the numbers kept going up from German side. And once he figured out, he quickly moved entire cities, forced march civilians, millions, to all the way to east, north of Manchuria.
In Russia,
yeah. Made cities there, made industrial cities there, and told them, start producing now. Stop making this, start making tanks. So within 2.5 years, they are out producing everyone.
Yeah.
And obviously they're getting money and raw materials from America, and they're also getting raw materials from England. Sometimes England is getting from America, and they're transferring to, because America doesn't want to be involved in the war yet. Roosevelt wanted to keep them out for some time. But that's an interesting period. I don't know. But sometimes I really think, selfishly, maybe it's not selfish actually. Why is it selfish? I don't want a war to happen, as much as I talk about it. I want to die before the next one happens. I'm cold. I don't want to see this shit. It has to happen. It will happen. There's no way around it. We are dumb. We always do this to each other. But I don't think it's too big. It's not regional. And the other problem is it's nuclear. Which reminds me, you should really read Robot series to figure out why Earth is not included in the Foundation series. I just remembered something very outstanding. Okay.
Because in Foundation, Earth is radioactive, right? It's completely destroyed, yeah.
Robot and Empire are right there if you want to borrow the book. And they're also like Foundation. They're not massive books, you know. There is also a book at the end of Foundation, which is not called Foundation, but it's a part of this universe. It's called At the End of Eternity.
Okay.
That one is really awesome. That's a standalone book. It can be read as standalone. But usually people put it as Robot, Empire, Foundation, and then last book.
Okay.
End of Eternity from Asimov.
End of Eternity. Okay.
I have other books from Asimov as well. His short stories and some other works. Very fascinating writer. Prolific.
You watch the show? Foundation?
Oh, that is so shit. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all. It's not even like it's not okay. I'm a book prude, and it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
I don't understand what the fuck are they doing.
But I like the Empire a lot.
Yeah, but they are mixing up. Okay, leaving the books aside. Okay, I like the character of the Empire
and the fact that it's cloning
Which is not
Which
present.
is not in the book.
No.
But I found this brilliant because it really shows
No,
that the
I
empire
get that.
is.
I get that. It's a nice idea.
Yeah.
I read the only parts I really like are in the first 1 or 2 episodes when this show Harry Seldon.
Mm.
Harry Seldon and the field of study he creates in his book is called psychohistory.
Mm.
The first time I read about this field, I loved it. Because in a weird way, it makes a little bit sense.
Right.
That if you go on a very broad scale,
Mm.
there's no way you can predict future. But if you go very broad scale, in terms of statistics and mathematics and pattern recognition, there is a way that, and if you have enough, big enough and fast enough supercomputers,
Mm.
and if you have enough data modulated, I don't understand why it is impossible. It might be
Mm.
extremely difficult to pull this off. But psychohistory just fascinated me.
Do you think maybe it's a thing, and everything that is happening right now is someone has,
You think
Psychohistory?
psychohistory was already invented?
and they know that they need Trump, they need Elon Musk and Trump and all of this to.
I never thought about it that way.
Can you imagine? He's kind of a mule, you know. You remember the mule,
Yeah, I remember the mule. How the fuck can you forget the mule?
the best character? Trump is like the mule. He's the Trump. Maybe.
That is interesting. Okay, so psychohistory is already invented,
and someone
okay,
is using it since for
that would be
for like a century.
But
and
then you
they-
need that Robert R. Olivier type character who's pulling the strings from behind for a long time. Who's been around for
Yeah.
thousands of years. But even then, I think. But
Some-
psychohistory is a fascinating thing,
Mm.
especially with the. Okay, do you think someone has actually been able to successfully implement quantum computer?
No, you mean in real life, like in,
Yes.
um,
Theoretically, there's a lot of quantum computers for scientific purposes just to be able to test the theories, but actual quantum computer which is computing. Because if that's out there, that thing is just. It's not going to operate. Okay, that NVIDIA thing, Powell was going insane about the microprocessor that they just invade. Oh my god, that's a linear progression.
mm.
Quantum would be high exponential progression of computing power.
Right.
I don't even think
But
we
it will be
understand.
It will be specific kind of computation. You cannot do everything on.
That I don't know. Do you know? Have you studied it?
Yeah, I've read a few serious articles about it. It's not. The way it works is that you need less operations to go to the same result, right? To a result.
Okay.
But it doesn't work with general computing. It works with specific kind of operations, specific kind of research works. But apparently you won't be able to use it, let's say, for encoding video. You cannot
No,
do
but
like
I meant computational power, pattern recognition, forecasting of patterns, mathematical
know.
progression, that kind of thing. I think that should be doable. If you're like go back to 1950s, the way they were treating with the computers then. They were not generic computational devices.
Specific, yeah.
They were very specific. So they would take the problem to the computer, feed it to get an answer. But now think if the computer is quantum computer.
I don't know. I don't know enough about.
I don't know,
Yes,
but that would be fascinating. There was this TV series which was dealing with quantum computers and looking into the past. Very, very nerdy. It came out like 4 or 5 years ago. There was only one season. I forgot about it. But that was really good. It was very weird, but it was really good as well. I don't know. But I don't know. Let's see. But the Gaza ceasefire is done because I just saw some news that they bombed someone
days.
again.
I mean,
the Israelis bombed again.
It should be effective this weekend. I think on Sunday or something like this. And it's still kind of in the talks. Like they are still discussing terms.
Hamas agreed to this.
Apparently they did, yes.
If they were going to agree to this,
Mm.
why didn't they just agree a long time ago? So many people died. I'm not saying before someone gets angry at me. I'm not saying Israel is right. Screw Israel. They're obviously in the wrong by far, far, far off the mark. But if you're going to struggle forever, then you struggle for. But if you're going to agree to a peace deal, why might as well have agreed?
Well, a lot of commanders of Hamas that died this past few weeks. Many of them. This guy from the brigade, I don't remember the name. There's a brigade. He died. Like Israel really hit a lot
Yeah, I mean,
of guys,
but
high
it's the other-
profile.
the physical space to hide is too small. That's
Yeah.
another aspect. How
Yeah, you cannot.
it's a
just
very thin strip of
it's
land.
very small.
How far are you gonna run?
Hmm.
Okay, there's another argument that I read that maybe they wanted to extend it just to be able to shine a spotlight on the situation. If that was the cause, I mean, in the last 2 years, I've been around a long time. I remember watching Yasser Arafat in the news even.
Hmm.
I don't think on a global scale things have shifted this much anti-Israel.
Oh,
And
yeah.
not just in Muslim countries. Okay,
No,
Muslim
in
countries were
many
already,
countries, many
many
countries.
countries, many European populations,
Mm.
too many people have shifted,
They did.
have against the state of Israel and Zionism.
Mm.
Maybe that was the reason, but I mean, the sacrifice they gave.
Hmm.
How many? 60, 80K?
It's 80K.
And like half children?
Yeah, and
Children.
also the infrastructures which were already
But still,
lackluster.
I
like,
mean, it looks like hell.
yeah, now it's just.
If you
a
look
land.
at Gaza, it looks like hell.
But
I don't know, man.
you know, this anti-Israeli sentiment, I don't know if it's going to last. You know, maybe it's just the flavor of a month. In a few years when the dust has settled, I feel like most people don't care anymore about Israel.
No.
and
So
just-
I think it will last, but not in the way that the people will be actively doing something
Yeah,
about it or boycotting or whatever they're
Mm.
doing right now. But I think it will last that after 4 years, like if someone is 17 right now, they've made an opinion.
Mm.
They were 22, 23, and if something will happen again.
Mm.
Israel will,
Yeah, we will push on.
they
just-
will
Mm.
go on offensive
Right.
again. The idea of Greater Israel is not gonna go away.
Mm.
That region is completely destabilized, and Israel has paid a lot of money and effort to destabilize it, especially the Syrian thing that just happened.
Yeah.
I mean, Israel is heavily behind it, of course.
Mm.
So they will go to offensive again once their internal political situation stabilizes, which is completely nuts right now.
Mm.
At some point, Netanyahu has to go.
Mm.
He'll be prosecuted. A slightly liberal government will come in, but not for long. It's against the nature of this country, you know.
Mm.
They cannot survive in a liberal democracy right
Mm.
now. So, but the next time this thing happens, these people who have flipped, they will remember.
Mm.
They won't wait until the end. At the very beginning, they're like, yeah, we already know we hate Israel.
Mm.
So I think it's going to be like that. They won't be actively doing
Right,
something, but they have picked a side.
Right, other side.
They have picked a side, and I think most people, when they pick a side, they don't
Mm.
really rethink their decisions or something.
Not so much.
But in this case, they actually haven't even picked the wrong side. So to be fair,
Yeah.
so I think they'll stick with it. But a lot of people have. My fear is in America, as always, it will become a left versus right issue.
Mm.
Left is on the Palestinian side, right is on the Israeli side. It will not be a humanitarian issue. It will just become again the polar Democrats and Republican issue.
Mm.
But yeah, weird things are happening, man. Elon Musk going against England about the Pakistani grooming gangs and all that shit.
Right. He's going into a lot of
He's
European.
going nuts. And the statistics come out, 86% of the cases are not even by Pakistani men, they're by white men.
I don't know. I didn't look into this
But-
story, to be honest. But
But he's going straight up
Of the
racist,
simple fact-
xenophobic
yeah, like,
attacks
he's
right
just-
now.
he's just completely unhinged. And I think now that his body won and he's going to be in power.
Yeah. He is in power. He's going to be running the fucking GOP.
I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
just
The only good thing that came out of this is because of Elon Musk won, the Dogecoin went up and I could sell all of my Dogecoin.
nice.
So I sold all of the shit.
Mm.
That's the only good thing that happened out of this situation.
Right.
Maybe okay, other people maybe sold their Dogecoin as well. I don't know.
Mm.
But he's also weird. Like if there are aliens on Earth, Elon Musk
Has
looks
to
like
be.
one, right?
Has to be, yeah.
He's like too fidgety, robotics, weird.
Yeah.
But then he was banging Amber Heard. Would an
It's
alien do
nice.
that? That's such a guy thing to do.
Yeah.
Amber, you're a billionaire and you're gonna go after a young Amber
Heard.
Heard
Yeah.
who's with Johnny Depp.
Mm.
I mean, that's a guy thing to do.
Yeah.
I hope aliens are not fucking assholes like us.
Have to be. I mean, to become a multiplanetary, maybe.
You mean we were created in their image?
We are, yes.
Dude, that chick took a shit in Johnny Depp's bed.
That's
The crazy fucking girl, isn't she? You know where she is right now, right? She lives in
when
Spain.
you have to go, you have to. Oh no.
She lives in Spain right
oh,
now.
No. Someone need
She
to
lives
shit
in
in my
Spain.
bed.
I was telling Joao. Joao was like, you know what, Ali? Just tell me the address.
Where is she?
I need to take a shot. I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't checked.
Is she a Barcelona chick?
I don't think so. I think now it's back.
No, it's back.
What the fuck is happening?
It is.
I
We
think-
lost sound for a moment.
I think this is an indication we should be wrapping this up
I agree.
before technology drops us on.
Right.
Because this light hasn't given up.
It's a miracle.
That light hasn't given up,
It's
which I don't know why.
it's a lot of miracles.
Because right now there's a stack of books which is fidgety,
Right.
and the light is sitting on top of that.
Right.
Phone is on against some books as well.
It is.
So this is actually a mirror. If someone would see our setup,
Right. Professional lighting. Yeah,
it is so embarrassing.
it is.
I want to take a picture of the setup one day and never post it anywhere,
Just for memory's sake.
just for memory's sake. Putan.
Putain.
But
it worked.
Okay, you did delete our
Yes.
trial video, right?
Yes.
Which should not be seen, but the camera is moving now.
Camera is moving now.
Why is camera moving?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, we should wrap up this podcast right
We should.
Alright, that's the end.
That's
Kill
it.
this. Kill it.